607,000 animals were euthanized in the United States in 2024. According to the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, also known as the ASPCA, 334,000 of these animals were dogs. How can we as a society, as a community, put an end to euthanization? Well, it's pretty simple. We can choose to adopt. We can choose to adopt from a humane society, a pet shelter, a dog pound, and stop purchasing from breeders. Breeders who have online accounts to sell animals. We can stop purchasing them for pet shops that make a significant profit off these animals. According to Best Friends Animal Society, breeders are sellers that do this with the main goal to profit from it. It's a business to them. They have puppy mills, which are also referred to as farm factories for dogs. These farm factories are not necessarily located on a farm. They can be in someone's home, someone's property, an apartment, a trailer. Some of these locations have hundreds, if not thousands, of dogs on the property, confined and piled on cage after cage into these small, tiny space. The females are constantly used for breeding, and they're worth much more because they are the ones that are breeding constantly, so they never get a break. They're deprived of love. No one is there to cuddle them, to baby talk them. They don't really get fed, and they don't really get attended with water or treats. No, they have very little socialization with the outside world, as they're just piled on top of each other. And their medical condition, well, some of them probably have a lot of problems, but the buyers won't know about it until they reach them. Since I said they're in their cages 24/7. There's a lot of health issues with the conditions from overbreeding these dogs. According to PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, bronchosyphilitic obstruction airway syndrome. What's that? It's referred to BOAS, which is a condition in which they can't breathe correctly from their noses. Well, it's been really common with French bulldogs, English bulldogs, and pugs. And if you're around and you see social media right now, you know that that's one of the top dog that's being sold, and people make a lot of money off of the French bulldogs. But because of that health problem, they're struggling with their breathing, right? We can hear them constantly struggling to breathe. They don't like long walks or short walks. They're rarely able to chase a ball around. And this is a hereditary issue that they'll pass on when they get bred again. There's benefits in purchasing a dog from the pound instead of a breeder, right? Because with a breeder, you're going to spend a lot of money with the cost of the animal, which usually can go up from the thousands, maybe $1,000, $2, $4, $6. The number goes up depending the breed and depending on which records they can show you of the dog. If they're AKCA certified, then of course they're going to request more money. So rather than spend those thousands, you can get a dog from your local humane society dog pound near you for maybe $150 or less. I know that on certain holidays, these dogs have discounts because they want to see them go to a new home. And most recently this year, they had a large amount of huskies here in our local Imperial Valley, and they were trying to find them homes and selling them for $20. So basically that's a very minimal amount. And what's included with these dogs that you purchase at your humane society is that they come spayed or neutered, and that helps prevent others from breeding these animals and trying to make a profit. they're evaluated prior to being adopted. So these dogs are evaluated to see if they're compatible with children, which, a lot of people, if they have children in their home, you want to make sure that the children are not going to be harmed with the dog. They're evaluated to see if they're compatible with cats, if there's other dogs in the home, um, and more likely which age style is preferred for these dogs, because not all these dogs like to be around certain situations. So they give you pretty good recommendations. If you choose to make a donation to these humane societies or dog pounds, it's a tax reduction, which will help also. So I would encourage you to choose adoption rather than go with the breeder, so we can discontinue breeders from continuing this as a profit market. If you're unable to adopt because you have your reasons, you have allergies, you're living at a location with no pets allowed, you may not have a yard, well, then you may be able to volunteer at your local shelter, or you can foster a dog and see if it's something you would consider in the future. You can make a donation, like I said, and receive a tax refund on it, or you could spread awareness to it. Our local Humane Society of Imperial is located at 1575 West Pico Avenue in El Centro. Their phone number is 760-352-1911. And according to the Humane Society of Imperial, they have received a large donation of 1 acre of land, and they have also purchased an additional 1.5 acre of land with the donations that they have received. They plan on opening a new location on Hope Street in El Centro. So any donation helps to save as many lives as we can as a community, as citizens, as we would like to stop putting an end to euthanization. It's nice to say that our location in the Imperial Valley has no longer had to euthanize animals, but we need to continue to show our support and make sure that we do put an ultimate end to it throughout the U.S. Thank you. My name's Ashley. Bye.